Orlando Star Wars Celebration 2017 is just in a couple of days, and today I would like to talk about 10 panels that I'm really looking forward to seeing. Now keep in mind, I actually won't be in Orlando. I can't just travel to America on a whim, which means I won't be able to see all these in person, but any that are live streamed and that I can make, that they're in our time zone, I will be watching live, and any other ones I'll be watching the VOD of later. I'm going to be saying these in order of when they happen at the event and not in what order I want to see them. So let's just jump right in. The first panel I really want to see is the 40 Years of Star Wars panel. I'm not sure what to expect. Apparently there's going to be some really big stuff happening. Tomorrow we're going to get a big announcement about what's happening at that panel. I have a feeling that it could be us seeing the unreleased original trilogy, but I kind of doubt that since Fox still has the rights. But you never know, they could have got the rights for it and we could be seeing the full original trilogy in its former glory. We also know that we're going to get that really cool book that has lots of short stories from lots of different Star Wars authors, telling the story of A New Hope from different perspectives. But there are so many people that were involved in Star Wars over the years in this panel, and I think it's going to be a really cool panel just to see everyone come together and see a really cool, fun panel. The next panel that will happen on the same day is a panel with Dave Filoni. If you don't know Dave Filoni already, he produces and directs Star Wars Rebels, and he also directed Star Wars The Clone Wars. I'm pretty sure in this panel he's just going to talk about the process it takes to make these stories and just talk a little bit about the behind the scenes, which makes me very excited because I love hearing Dave Filoni talk about the behind the scenes of these animated shows. So it's going to be really cool just to have an hour to hear him speak. This next one makes me really happy. It's about the music of Rogue One. I love Star Wars music personally. I find Star Wars music absolutely amazing, and to have a whole panel just analysing Rogue One's music, which I found phenomenal, is going to be really cool, especially since John Williams didn't write it, and they're going to be talking about how the composer tried to not imitate, but you know, tried to make the music fit with John Williams' score, and it's going to be really cool to see, especially if you are into the music of Star Wars. The next panel is the design of Rogue One with Doug Chiang. This is a really cool one to see. If you haven't really heard of Doug Chiang before, then bloody find out about him. He is really cool. He was going to talk about like things like the Ewing. If you saw the behind the scenes special features of the Rogue One digital HD or Blu-ray, you would have seen just like how they designed the U-Wing, and I'd say that this would be more of that except for the other things of Rogue One. It's going to be really cool because I love seeing the creative process. And the last panel of that day is going to be a panel with Industrial Light and Magic. Industrial Light and Magic are the ones that basically do all of the special effects for the Star Wars films, and they're an incredible visual effects team. They were responsible for the Tarkin and Leia from Rogue One. They were responsible for just all these amazing space battles and just all the CGI in Star Wars, and it's going to be really cool just hearing them talk about how they do that behind the scenes, because I find that type of thing really interesting, and you'd have to have a lot of skill to be able to make convincing effects that almost look real. Alright, now moving on to the next day's panels, where we've got the first panel up that I'm interested in is The Last Jedi panel. We're going to see a full-length like trailer for The Last Jedi, which is going to be amazing. Obviously, I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to them just to talk about it for an hour and a half, but the biggest part about that is going to be we're going to see the trailer, and it's going to be amazing. Later that day, we have a panel with Mark Hamill, and he is going to be doing a Carrie Fisher tribute after her sad passing. They're just going to talk about it, and it's going to be really cool to see, and just really a good send-off for Carrie Fisher. The next day, we've got two panels that I'm interested in. We've got the Rebels Season 4 panel, which is going to go for an hour and a half, which means we're not only just going to get a sneak peek into Season 4, I'm sure we're going to get some extra information, and it's quite soon after the Season 3 finale, so it means we are going to get that sneak peek, and then we have to wait till the end of the year for Season 4, but really it's not that long if you think about how long we've been waiting for Episode 8 since Force Awakens came out, and now that time is starting to close. So I think every 2 years we get really interesting Star Wars stuff, and this year we've got Rebel Season 4 and Last Jedi and Battlefront 2, so that's going to be something that makes this year very special. And talking about Battlefront 2, that is the next one after the Rebels panel. It is going to be where we see, it's called the Galaxy-wide premiere, which I guess means we're going to be seeing some footage, we're going to be seeing some gameplay, we're going to be seeing all of what Battlefront 2 is about, where the errors are, what the game looks like, how the graphics are, how it's changed, if they're combat rolling, is there star cards, is there physical vehicles or pickups. It's just so much is going to be revealed in that panel, and for Battlefront fans it's going to be huge. And on the final day of Celebration, there is one panel that spiked my fancy, and that is the Mark Hamill stand up, I guess, panel. If you saw last year's, it was incredible, really funny. He's a great guy. So those are the 10 panels that I am looking forward to from Star Wars Celebration. If there's a different one that you're looking forward to, leave it down in the comments. I really want to see what you guys are hoping for. I'm hoping all of these get live streamed. The site wasn't extremely explicit on when they'll be streaming. Unfortunately, a lot of them are streaming at like 4 AM or 5 AM in the morning for me, so I might have to watch the VOD for a lot of them. But luckily, the panels like 40 Years of Star Wars, Last Jedi, and the Rebels panels are all at 1 AM to 2:30 AM, which means I can stick it out on those nights and just wake up really late and then watch the VODs, and that will just be an unlimited circuit of Star Wars until the Star Wars Celebration's over. So it's going to be great. I'm really excited just to do that. Leave below what times your Star Wars Celebration live streams are going to be for where you live. I think I'm quite unlucky to be in Australia. Last year when it was London, it was great because it went from like 8 o'clock till like 1 AM, which was easy to watch. So if you're living in America especially, it's going to be easy for you to watch the live streams. So leave below if you're going to be watching the live streams or the VODs. I hope you have all enjoyed this video, and I hope that you enjoy Star Wars Celebration on April the 14th. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.